you have to do is go to the file and click download, and then go to your file. So mine is going to be automatically open with the Mac. What I would do is go to file, go to open, and go to my downloads, which is the Black Woman. Go ahead and hit OK. Okay. So once it pops up, it's going to pop up with all the colors. Just go ahead and select it and move it over. Yeah, basically just line it up. It depends on how you want to cut it. So if I was just doing one thing at a time, I would basically start with the first one, move everything else off the mat, and start with one color at a time. And you would do that for each color, or you can go ahead and if you have a 24-inch mat, you can go ahead and just cut it all at once. And that's what I'm going to do, cut it all at once, and then cut it up, cut it up when I finish. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. And so if you did one cut, you would use 13.5 by 11. So if you have a 24-inch mat, this will come in handy. So only thing you would have to do is just one whole cut. And then you would send it. And you will make sure that cut is selected. And then we do have a drop down box for rhinestones. So just go ahead and just find your rhinestone template. It is in alphabetical order. So go ahead and select that. Normally with my rhinestone, I take it down to probably about a 20 because I do use rocket flock, but with this magic flock, I think I'm gonna keep it at a 25. And then my speed, if you want to go to a 6 or 7, but I always keep my speed at a 5. And the passes is 2. So what I would do is once everything is selected, I can go ahead and sand, but my cameo is not on. But once everything is set, just go ahead and click sand. It will go ahead and cut out everything. But if you wanted to do a test cut, just go ahead and click test before you even start to make sure that you do get a good cut. And it's easy. And then what you do is press it down and then go ahead and put it down. Then you're going to smooth it out. And any stones that turned over, make sure you fix it before you lift it up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up. Carefully pick it up and make sure that there is no stones that is left in the dots. If it is a stone that is left in the dot, put it down and just rub your finger over it. Or you can just press your finger over it. Okay, so all the stones are up, and just put that to the side. And flip that down and put your backing back on it. The correct way to put the backing on is the groovy part. If you're using the transfer tape, it's the groovy part. And then just lay it on there. So for my orange one, I'm going to use red. I'm just going to do the same thing like I did. I'm just going to brush it in. Take out the extra stones that's in the brush. Use the pick-me-up tool So then you will take your first layer and take that off. Oh. And place it down right there. Make sure you lay it and there is no stones touching. You're gonna lay it flat and you're gonna rub, okay? So we're gonna take that back, the backing on that, and place it back down. Make sure that is flat. And now we're going to get the green one. The green, and whatever color that you're going to use, go ahead and use it. We're going to do the same thing for that. I'm using the green, the emerald green, the DMC from Be Createful. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to I'm going to brush it in. The dots that I have left, I'm just going to go ahead and use the pick me up tool and place it in. All right, so I'm finished with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and clean off my area. Extra stones. Okay, so I'm going to take my transfer tape sheet again, take the bottom off, and I'm going to line it up. And make sure no dots is touching each other. Place it down. And go ahead and lift it up. If you have a stone, just press it, it'll come up. Okay, so we have our green, so go ahead and pull it up, flip it over, and put the backing back on. Okay, so we finished with that color. So it should look like that. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and just put that off to the side, and now it's time to get the yellow or whatever you're going to use for the yellow. Again, I wrote yellow down there, so I know that that is the yellow. that I'm going to use. Go ahead and get your stones and do the same thing. Brush them in, circular motion. Then the ones that I'm missing a stone in, just go ahead and use the pick me up tool and place it right in there. Okay, so we're going to follow that same process. Go ahead and take your rhinestone sheet off. Make sure you don't touch it on anything, and line it up. My purple is yellow. Okay, so I'm going to take this sheet again, the transfer tape again, and I'm going over the P. Okay, so let me lay that down. That must have been a double stone. Put that up. Okay. So across the page. Alright, so we are finished with the purple. Alright, so we're going to take it off of the paper, and we're going to line it up and make sure no stones are touching. All right, y'all, we are finished. And what I do is I always take my lint roller and go over my shirt before I press it.